At the edge of a Jo village, people often whispered about a girl named Miriam. Every day, she wore a mask over her head, the rough edges cut into the shape of a mask. Her classmates at the local school mocked her silently, too scared to say a word aloud. Nobody had ever seen her face. Rumors swirled. Some said she was cursed. Others believed she hid scars from a fire. What fueled the fear was a strange claim. Anyone who looked at her face never lived to tell the story. One afternoon, 3 boys from her class decided to test the rumors. "It's just a mask. What's the big deal?" One of them sneered. They waited for her outside school and blocked her path. "Take it off," they demanded, pulling at the edges of the mask. Miriam's hands tightened around it, her voice trembling. "Leave me alone. It's for your own good." The boys laughed, but something in her tone sent chills down their spines. They backed off, muttering insults under their breath. One morning, the school welcomed a new student, Amina. Unlike the others, Amina didn't avoid Miriam. Instead, she greeted her with a warm smile and sat beside her in class. "Why do you wear that?" Amina asked softly. Miriam's hands fidgeted with the edge of her mask. "It's better this way," she said, refusing to say more. Amina's curiosity only grew, but she decided to give Miriam space. Miriam's strange habit caught the attention of her teacher, Mr. Ade. He noticed how isolated she was and how her grades were slipping. "Miriam," he called her after class. "Why do you hide your face?" She looked down, clutching her books tightly. "I'm protecting everyone," she murmured. Mr. Ade sighed, unsure what to make of her words. He resolved to speak with her parents, but Miriam's reaction, a flash of panic in her eyes, made him hesitate. The boys from her class, emboldened by whispers of a dare, planned to snatch Miriam's mask during recess. They hid behind the bushes near the playground, waiting for their chance. As she walked by, one of them lunged forward and grabbed at the mask. Miriam screamed, her voice echoing across the yard. A gust of wind swirled around them, and the boys froze, dropping the mask in fear. Miriam quickly picked it up and ran, leaving them shaken. The incident spread through the school like wildfire. "Did you see that? The wind, it wasn't normal," one of the boys whispered to his friends. The rumors about Miriam grew darker. Some students claimed she was a witch. Others said her face was so horrifying that nature itself reacted to protect her. Miriam kept her distance, the mask now secured with extra strings. Amina couldn't shake her curiosity. She noticed how lonely Miriam seemed and decided to befriend her despite the rumors. "I'm not afraid of you," Amina said one afternoon, sitting beside her under a tree. Miriam looked at her, surprised. "You should be," she replied, her voice barely a whisper. Amina smiled gently. "Everyone needs a friend. Even you." One day, while walking home, Miriam's mask snagged on a branch and tore. Panic washed over her as she tried to fix it, but it was too late. A passerby, a middle-aged man, caught a glimpse of her face. He stumbled backward, clutching his chest. "No, it's not possible," he gasped before collapsing. Miriam ran, her heart pounding. The man's death confirmed the village's worst fears. The villagers gathered outside Miriam's house that evening, demanding answers. Her parents tried to calm the crowd, but the tension was palpable. "She's cursed. She'll bring ruin to us all," someone shouted. Miriam stayed inside, trembling. Her parents begged the villagers to leave, promising to handle the situation. That night, Miriam overheard her parents arguing. "It's time she knew the truth," her father said. "She deserves to know." Miriam's parents sat her down the next morning. "Miriam," her mother began, tears streaming down her face. "You were born with a gift, but it's also a burden. Your face reflects people's deepest fears. Those who see it cannot bear the weight of their own darkness." Miriam stared at them, her hands shaking. "Why didn't you tell me?" she asked. Her father sighed. "We wanted to protect you. And everyone else." Amina, hearing about the villagers' anger, decided to visit Miriam. "Show me your face," she said boldly. Miriam shook her head. "I can't. You'll get hurt." But Amina insisted. "I'm not afraid. Maybe this is the only way to help you." Reluctantly, Miriam removed the mask. Amina gasped, but didn't look away. Tears filled her eyes. "You're not cursed, Miriam," You're just different." With Amina by her side, Miriam stepped out to face the villagers. Murmurs filled the air as she slowly removed her mask. Some screamed, others fainted, but Amina stood firm, holding her hand. "Her face shows your fears," Amina said loudly. "If you see darkness, it's your own. Don't blame her for what's inside you." Her words struck a chord, and the crowd grew silent. Over time, the villagers began to accept Miriam. Though many still avoided her, some, like Amina, saw her for who she truly was. Miriam learned to live without the mask, though she kept her face hidden in public spaces. She found peace in knowing that her difference didn't define her worth. And while her journey was far from over, she knew she was no longer alone. As the story of Miriam comes to an end, we're left with powerful lessons that resonate deeply. Miriam's journey reminds us that hiding from the world only gives power to fear. Facing our truths, no matter how difficult, is the first step toward liberation. Amina showed us the strength of standing against societal norms and supporting someone who's misunderstood. True friendship can break barriers and open minds. The villager's transformation teaches us to pause and understand people's stories before jumping to conclusions. Fear often stems from ignorance. Miriam's bravery in facing the villagers shows that challenging perceptions can pave the way for acceptance and growth. Miriam's story isn't just hers. It's a reminder for all of us to see beyond appearances, confront our fears, and treat everyone with kindness and respect. What are your thoughts on this tale? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more captivating stories. Before I forgot, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year in advance to all our dear subscribers and viewers out there. Thank you for making our 2024 awesome. 2025 will be great for all of us. We love you.